Welcome, everyone. Oh, it's so great that you could join me. I'm Celia Grossman. I am your presenter today from Naturopath Solutions. I'm a naturopath and nutritionist. I have had a history in health spanning 40 years. I've had 2 degrees that have both centered around biochemistry, microbiology, and physiology. My first degree saw me become a bacteriologist, a microbiologist at a leading women's hospital here in Melbourne, Australia. And my second degree was naturopathy, and it was amazing how similar, in a sense, they were. So, with this background, I'm in a prime position to help people with gut issues and autoimmune conditions and metabolic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, insulin resistant, metabolic syndrome, fatty liver, and problems with possibly genetic SNPs and weight loss, right? Now, when I started my practice, weight loss wasn't foremost in my brain. I really, I really had a passion for the conditions that I just mentioned. But what happened is that 9 out of 10 of my patients were overweight. There were the occasional ones that were underweight, but the majority were overweight. Now, for me to do my job properly, I needed to address their weight issues. I couldn't just give them a supplement or whatever. They needed to lose weight. But more than that, more than me applying pressure on them to lose weight, they were applying pressure on me. They were saying, Celia, I want to lose weight. I know weight is one of the drivers to my condition. Please help me. I've tried everything and nothing works. It works short term, but it doesn't work long term, and I'm spiraling out of control. So, this really got to my heart because they were really sincere in their plea. So I went back to my research, to my public, peer-reviewed publications, and because there's a lot that's written on weight loss, but there isn't. It's very conflicting. I wanted something that maybe had more to it than that, that was maybe clinically trialed and had some definite basic substance to it research-wise. I found that one of the most research that's being done at the moment in regards to weight loss and metabolic diseases and things like diabetes and fatty liver and whatever has been the ketogenic diet that was first introduced for epileptic kids and was very successful in that. So I started looking at the ketogenic diet. I was a little bit horrified at some of the sites on the internet. They focused on what we now call dirty keto, which was a lot of rubbish. Yes, it sort of fit the guidelines of a ketogenic diet, and so maybe people were losing weight, but were they necessarily getting healthier, and were they going to do this long term? This was really important. I needed something that my patients would do long term, that they could handle. So I couldn't be a ketogenic diet that was so strict like they did for the epileptic kids. That wouldn't cut it long term either. So I had to modify it, I had to adjust it, and it looks like it's working. It's great. So people can manage it. I had one client, I ran a workshop, and she complained in the 4 weeks that we ran it. Well, I saw them once a week, and she said, oh, I don't know, and I don't think I can do this. And I thought, well, you win some, you lose some. This woman's not really going to go further after we stop this course. I saw her months later, and she goes, Celia, you won't believe I've been continually doing this. I can't believe how easy it is, and I'm losing weight. And I thought, wow, that's what I wanted. I wanted somebody to to be self-sufficient, to be able to be in control of this and do this because they wanted to and do it long term. So that's what this program's about. Now, when we start off with the modules, you're going to get a lot of why and what before you get to how. Now, you might say to me, Celia, I don't want the how. I mean, I want the how. Sorry, I want the how. I don't want the why. Please don't give me the why. I have to tell you that from my experience, the why and what is going to help you stay compliant. It's going to give you more understanding. It's going to perhaps motivate you. I mean, if I told you just to jump 10 times every day and that's going to be great, you might do it once, you might do it twice, you might do it 3 times, maybe you might do it over 4 weeks. But then if something gets in the way or whatever, you go, well, what's this jumping even doing? I don't know. Maybe there's something else that's causing me to lose weight. I mean, I'm only joking with the jumping, but I'm just trying to give you an example that when you know why a food is now eliminated, when you know why you have to eat this way and not this way, then the next time you want to cheat, you're very, very aware of what it's doing in your body. You're very aware that if you have repercussions, why you're having repercussions. And not only are you not feeling well, but you've got that knowledge as well. So you say, okay, that was a once-up. I'm not going to do it again. Definitely not short term. Now, most diets out there, they don't give you the why, right? They just say, go on my banana diet. Now, I'm going to say something here now that you most probably have proven. Nearly every diet plan that you will find on the internet will help you lose weight short term. If you simply reduce your calories, you're going to lose weight. So you go on a banana diet, you'll lose weight. But can you sustain that? And are you going to get enough nutrition from just eating bananas? And just because that person lost weight, does that mean you're going to necessarily be as successful as that person? So, just doing an exercise program is going to be enough. Just doing calorie restriction is going to be enough. No, it doesn't work like that. You're holistic, and the program has to be holistic. It has to cover everything, even sleep. It has to even cover sleep. So that's what my program does. It gives you the yes foods and the no foods and how you should eat them and when you should eat them possibly. It deals with the emotional side. I'm going to send you questionnaires, maybe at the end of each module. And these questionnaires are targeted to your emotion, how motivated you are, how compliant you think you'll be, what's stopping you, what's blocking you, what are the emotional roadblocks that you're feeling. I mean, that's so important. Now, when you get this quiz, you might look at it and say, that's too hard. I'm just not going to do it. It's going to bring up too much pain. You don't have to do it. There's no pressure from me to do it. But I think it really, really can help. You know, go through a little bit of the pain barrier, and I'm sure you'll come to the other end and you might say, wow, I've learned a lot. I see why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to work on it. I also provide you with 3 modules. Now, these modules are half each. I have the other half that I haven't included. So if you really like these modules, you can contact me for the other half of each one of them. And I'm going to be providing slides and hard copy for these. One is having a winning attitude. You know, for example, saying really good affirmations, having a good self-talk, because if you've got a losing attitude, it doesn't matter what great program you're doing, it's just not going to work. And then there's dealing with food addictions. You know as well as I do that food addiction can be a big driver to why you're doing what you're doing, and we've got to deal with that, right? A a plan, a program that doesn't look or ignores food addiction is not going to do the right thing. And the third one's great. The third one is how to be assertive. Remember, you're going to have negative people around you, people that's going to say you're looking too skinny, or eat my cake, you're not going to get fat from my cake. I want you to be in a position, in a strong position, to state your case without offending the other person, so that it's a win-win. I want you to stand strong, because if you don't stand strong, too many slip-ups are going to be devastating for you. So, this is a long term. I want this to be long term. I want you to prevent, if you're insulin resistant, for example, to prevent pre-diabetes and diabetes and heart disease. And if you have those conditions, I want you to make sure that they're not getting worse and they're getting much better. Maybe you can reduce your medication. That would be great, wouldn't it? But don't go into Nanasville if you don't think you've got any of this, because you could already have the beginnings of this and not recognize it. So, let's get started. We're going to start with the why and the what and come to the how a bit later, so that, it'll cement you for your future. But if you really want to start right now, if you really, really, really want to start right now, go to your pantry and clean it out of all processed goods. Things in packets, things with names you can't pronounce that were produced in the laboratory. That's the first step I want you to do. Because once you rule that out, you're already going to start eating healthier. So, let's go together on this wonderful ride, and I'll see you at the other side when I give you some closing comments and see how you're doing. Enjoy.